Boy, my computer's been acting. I don't know if it's the connection or maybe some of the storms, but all right. So if you ain't got a big screen TV or say like a 32-inch, 43-inch, or 47-inch, like what's right in front of you right now, what I'm watching is a 47-inch. Uh, I've been watching that video of AWP and I've been blowing it up and it's in HD 1080. So you could see a lot in it compared to a little phone, which most of these people are using phones or small laptops or whatever, And you miss a lot of detail in using a small phone or like a small monitor. But I've been going over that video and I'm really shocked because there is a lot of sediment on the roof. And a lot of people are like, well, how would that get there? Well, when that car came to rest in the bottom of the lake bed, very mushy, very powdery, very it sank, and it probably did throw up a lot of sediment off of the bottom of the lake, and it probably became real cloudy for a while, you know. And then that sediment would have to settle, and it would settle back down. But I'm wondering if the car, when it was flooding, actually when it hit the bottom, if maybe it created a suction and sucked water and sediment into the vehicle, because I'm seeing a lot of sediment on that car. In 2 weeks, uh, it must have been sunk, and the front end must have been in the mud pretty good. So yeah, and when you do blow the photo up of some of the video and watch it on a bigger screen in high definition, it does show a lot. A lot of people are asking, did the airbags, is that what we're seeing on the bottom? When you're looking at it, the car is upside down, so it's actually the roof, the hood of the car. And I think it's soot, sediment. And you know what else I'm seeing? I am seeing that white uh, sweatshirt with the pink letters on it. That's in there. There is a matchbox or whatever, like a small Apple computer. It looks like maybe a makeup pen, or maybe a makeup brush where you put your makeup on. You know what the women use to put on the whatever on their face. The Truly alcohol can. Here's a big question I have: is it look like there was a tank top floating in there, black with spaghetti straps on it, right? And let me show it to you. I'm gonna pull up the a, and I'm gonna play a segment of it, and it's floating in the back seat by itself, but it looks like a halter top, like it maybe came up past her boobs, like halfway down the stomach, and then it had two spaghetti straps that on one on each side. But here's the thing that's really tricky or really sus to me is, you remember the footage or the photo of her in a store wearing something similar? It was all black with two straps, one strap on each shoulder, but it it wasn't a half it wasn't a half shirt. It was what these women call a onesie, where it snaps at the bottom, almost like a onesie bikini, right? And then she had pants on over that. So could that have been just an extra halter top or whatever they call it I don't know what women call it, but I'm going to play a little bit of this video, and it shows it floating in the back seat. You know, it shows it floating around. And that was suspicious to me because, you know, we don't know if she was found naked or we don't know the situation. I thought from under my thought or was told that she was found in the back. They never mentioned if she was naked. But in the AWP video, he says he sees a pair of gym shoes, and then he goes around to the other side, and there was Kiely. So I'm taking it that it's possible them gym shoes were on her feet, and then he went to the other side of the vehicle and seen her body, her face. Yeah, but that's interesting, and we need now. It's so far in the case, we can't tell if she was naked or not. I do see the white sweatshirt that had the pink lettering on it. I do see that in the vehicle. It's on the passenger side where all that stuff was. The Truly alcohol can, the iMac or whatever it was, the charger. That was all on the passenger side hood of the car. Okay, window broken out, and that's why we can see it pretty clearly. And there are a couple other things in there that people are saying that, well, it could have been a pen. It does very well look like a pen or a pencil with an eraser on it. It does. I agree. And there is a lot of sediment on them windows and in the car. You know, that fast. That's all it takes. A couple of weeks, and I imagine Mother Nature takes over. I'm glad they found her before maybe seaweed or something grew up around the car. But I don't know if I should show the video in high definition. And you can see very clearly stuff in there. And I looked for airbags. Usually airbags are white, and they would be floating because there would be air inside of them. And the reason I think there would be air inside of them is because if they did deploy, that canister air would have been pumped into the bag. And that bag, I believe, is watertight. I might be wrong, but that's what opens up. That's what bursts the bag in front of you real fast. It's a fast release of compressed air into it. And I don't see no airbags dangling down. I do see a milky color, but I think that's sediment that he's kicking up from just being next to the car and the air bubbles and everything, and him kicking his legs and hands to stay afloat. But I could be wrong, but I don't know if I should show the video because I don't want people to say, oh my God, how can you show the video? Well, and you can also take that video. I've seen another video where they flipped the video so the car is actually upright. And all the stuff you see on the bottom is on the top. So you can actually see the seats and everything. But it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to find out, was she naked? If she was naked, completely naked, then we got a problem. We got a serious problem, I would believe. Now, could she get out of that by just floating and her clothes come off of her? If they weren't real tight. I don't know. She supposedly had pants on with a onesie. like a bathing suit, like a onesie bathing suit. So could she have wiggled herself out of that? I don't think so. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait. We'll have to wait. Now, if she was wearing that bathing suit or whatever them women call it, um, and pants on, I don't know. Is it possible she wiggled her way out the top of it, being it's just spaghetti, real thin straps, one on each shoulder, and it slid off of her shoulder? Maybe that's possible, you know. But the bra that we're seeing, or what are they? Are there any women watching? What do the women call them? Uh, halter tops or whatever, where they're like they're real short, like they just cover past the boobs or whatever. That's what looks like is floating around in the back seat. But bodysuit. Why? What is wrong with my computer? Look what happened. Now it's shutting me down. Good God. What are they doing? That link net or whatever is digging up all kinds of stuff around here. Some kind of fast internet. It just popped up. You're not on the internet, but I am on the internet. So how could that not? I don't know. But it's interesting. I was going to play the video. I don't know if you guys want me to play the video. It's in high definition. That's a 43 or 47-inch TV. Again, you're offline. Check the connection and try again. What is going on? Why is this is unbelievable. Hackers. Gotta be hackers. All right, let me try something real quick. Let me just see if I want to play the video because I want to see on playback if it's as clear as it looks watching it here on playback of this video. So I'm just going to play a little bit of this if it'll work. I'm going to blow it up. And then we're going to play it. There you can distinctly see the Truly can, no doubt. And that right there, that white thing, that is her, right next to her charger is that sweatshirt she was wearing with the pink lettering. Right there. That's that shirt. Looks like with the pink lettering. Or whatever it was, that hoodie or whatever. No, I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. And this is the back of the passenger side, no, that's the driver's side window. And it is up. And it ain't broke out. And you can see sediment and possibly either hand. I don't know if that's a handprint or not. I don't think so. I think it's allergy growing on the windows already. Yeah, that's allergy. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the allergy plume inside the vehicle and the sediment on top of the hood. And that possibly could be something, maybe a footprint, gym shoe print or something. Maybe on the window. All right, pink cell phone charger cord up here in the left-hand corner of the video, which I can see it is a pink cord. Yes, I can see that. Now this is the part where that halter top comes up. There is the driver's side. There is the steering wheel right there. So we are looking through the driver's side window, and it is not broken. It is rolled up, and there's a lot of sediment at the bottom. It's very, you can see it floating around in there, and that looks like either a possibly possibly a maybe a shoe print or a hand print or something, or possibly, I doubt it though, but possibly. Boy, a lot of allergy already on that window. All right, now here's the passenger side front window. It's broke out. Dang it.
No matter who you are, it can be tough when you have severe asthma. Triggers
All right,
can pop
well,
up out of nowhere, causing
allergy.
inflammation that can lead to asthma attacks. But no matter what type of severe asthma you have,
Hold on, let me stop this. Yeah, allergy. It grows on fish tanks and everything. Within a couple weeks, if you got a dirty tank or whatever, and you'll have allergies start growing on the glass. So that's what we're seeing. All that stuff on there is allergy, probably, and uh, sediment that's stuck to it and everything. So yeah, it's kind of shocking. I don't want to think the worst, like some videos that I've seen, that this young lady was in the back and something possibly happened to her before this incident or anything like that. But you know what? It could have been extra clothes. She could have took off that jacket because it was weighing her down. That hoodie. It looks like that white hoodie maybe with that. It, I think it had pink lettering or something on it, didn't it? In the photo that they showed of it, it looks like it's white with pink lettering. It was some kind of zip up hoodie or maybe just a pullover hoodie. But maybe she tried to take that off because it was weighing her down, maybe. Maybe she had the other black one on because they said that she had two hoodies, a white one and a black one. So, yeah, and it does look like maybe some kind of a makeup thing, like a what do women use? What's that stuff they put on their eyelashes? I forget the name of it. They use it for on their eyelashes. That looks like a long tube of that, maybe, or a something to do with that. I don't know. Maybe some makeup stuff. I imagine maybe she had some makeup stuff in her vehicle. Uh, you remember? Do you remember the tow truck driver saying that she had, what did he say? A bottle of perfume in the middle of her console or something like that. He said some makeup stuff or something. Hello, Muffin Top. How you doing? Didn't he say something like that in that interview that they asked him if he noticed anything inside the car? And what did he say? Makeup stuff or perfume or whatever in the console, front console. That's what that looks like. Airbags, I don't know. It could be airbags. It could be. I'm not saying it's not. But in order for it to be airbags, if the airbags deployed, then there must have been a violent accident because I just don't think doing 20 miles an hour, uh, say 25, 30 miles an hour and driving into the water would set off the airbags. I don't know. I just, I don't know if that was set off the airbag. It would have to be an abrupt stop. And I've seen people drive and accidentally let go of the foot pedal and run into something maybe 10, 15, 20 miles an hour in front of them and the airbags not go off. I'm not saying they didn't go off, but usually with airbags, they would be, you would notice them, they'd be floating around. Yeah. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Hello, Kim Maple Syrup. How you doing? Oh, the beautiful Kim Maple Syrup's here and Muffin Top, and great to have you. But ladies, what's that called that you ladies wear? That they're them shirts that only come like halfway or just past your boobs or whatever. You know, like halfway. They look like a tank top, but I forget the name of them things. But that's what it looks like is floating around in the car. And when if you ain't watch halter top, okay, that's what it's named. Thanks, Muffin Top. But if you remember in the beginning of the case, she was spotted at a store, and what did Sammy and everyone say? That's what she was wearing the night of the party, was that onesie where she had a she had to unbutton it from the bottom to get out of it or to go to the bathroom. Kim, has anyone been watching this case? Muffin Top, do you remember that? Sammy saying, "Well, I went to the bathroom with her, and she had a onesie on or whatever. It's like like a bathing suit, but you had to unbutton it from the bottom, the crotch area. So that's pretty big, right? That's like a full body thing. Although it did. Let me check. No, I don't want to. I don't want to show the. I don't know if I should show the video because you could see in high definition 1080 and on this big TV screen here in front of us, you can see a lot better than some of these people are using their phones. Their phones are little tiny thing. It's all once you blow the picture up real big, then you can really see detail. Yes, she did. She also said that she took her belt off when using the bathroom. So that means her pants probably were loose on her, right? She took her belt off when she used the bathroom. You don't take belts off to go pee. If she took her belt off, I would imagine the pants that they show that she's wearing with that onesie or whatever you ladies call that thing looked like they were kind of big on her. So I imagine the belt was to keep it up over her waist, right? Let me check my chat. What's Kim saying? Yes, I did. It was amazing. Thank you for asking. Oh, yes. Are you feeling better, Kim Maple Syrup? I hope you're feeling better. Let's check out. See, Sammy made that statement about the belt. Yeah. All right. So she took the belt off because she was tired of undoing the belt every time she went to the bathroom. Let's just say that. Maybe. Possibly. That means her pants were baggy. Now, could them pants have floated down her hips? Yeah. Anything is possible. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm I'm filled with anger because these people are making videos saying that they found her naked. And as soon as you say that, automatically there's people out there that go, we're if this is true, we're bringing in every single man that was out there. The truck driver, all of them. It to think of what they did, they're all coming in, even if they were there. And if that's the case, in some of these videos that these people are making, saying that she was found nude, then I hope to God they did a rape kit, and the evidence will show that body will show if there was any abuse. But you can't believe everything you hear on this stupid internet because people are in it for money. I hope to God it wasn't that. I hope that I get very upset thinking I don't know because the evidence ain't out there, and the video was blurred. Thank God, because the parents, I imagine no parent wants to see their daughter that way, and that's why I stopped playing the video because it could get it's very detailed when you blow the photo up to a bigger screen. Then you get more detail and definition and actual life size, like you're looking at it right there. Now, is there a chance, ladies, that maybe she had clothes, or one of the girls that she was with had an extra halter top or something, just in case, or maybe from a couple days? Do women, I used to date these ladies, and sometimes they would keep extra clothes in the car or something, shirt or something like that. I don't know if women still do that today, but is there a chance that maybe that short halter top was maybe something she wore a day before, or maybe it was too cold and she took it off and put a different shirt on? I don't know. But what did Sammy say that night when they showed her that photo of her supposedly in a store with that black, looked like a bikini top, supposedly a onesie, and jeans on? Even if it was a bodysuit, you don't need to undo it. What, to go to the bathroom? I don't know. I don't know, Muffin Top. I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know. Maybe she wiggle. Could she wiggle out of it? I'm not sure. Yes, I'm glad you're doing better, Kim. You can pull it to the side. Oh, I don't know how the women do things out there. Muffin Top. Thank you for helping, though. Yes, you're probably true. They can just pull. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm getting very angry. I don't want to get angry because I'm watching these videos and these people are saying, she was found naked, tied up in the back, and I'm like, Jesus, no. If you don't want to think that that maybe a whole bunch of these people thought it was. I just don't want to think about it. It makes me upset a little bit. But there's a lot of evidence in the car. You could definitely see the alcohol can, the Truly. You can see the Apple Pad or whatever it is, the charger. I believe it's the white sweatshirt with the pink lettering on it. And I don't know. I don't know. All we could do is wait for the autopsy, I guess. I was going to play the rest of the video, but I don't know. Would that be? I was going to play it in 1080p and blow it up to full screen, but I don't know if that would be disrespectful to the family or not. And you can see a lot of allergy on the windows, and it's already growing around the car and inside the vehicle, and the sediment that fell on it. So it must have, when the front end went into the lake bed bottom, it just created a murky, dark mess. You guys ever watch cave diving where they go into a cave real deep underground, and all it takes is for one of them just to move their hand a little bit and it stirs up all the sediment, and then they can't see in front of them, and you're like, oh my God, these people are going to drown. They can't see nothing in front of their faces. That's what happened, I believe. I remember that, yeah. Probably. Only Johnny can read statements as questions and vice versa. I don't know what you're talking about, Raphael. I'm trying to do a video or serious stuff. I believe it's homicide. I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing, she was found naked and tied up in the back. If that was the case, I think they would have came out right away and said, we have belief uh, that it was homicide or foul play right off the bat, even before the autopsy came in, because they're not dumb. They'd come out and say, this is a homicide and we're waiting for the autopsy. I believe that's what they would do. Would they? I don't know. I'm not a professional, but I believe if it was anything that some of these videos are saying, that she was in the back naked, tied up, or whatever, that's evidence right there that there was a foul play. I think the police would have came out and said, we're dealing with a homicide, and this is an ongoing investigation, and we're waiting for the autopsy and everything to come back. And I don't think they would wait too long for that. If it was obvious right in front of their face that this was foul play, I believe they'd be all over it. I'm not sure. Muffin Top, you might be right. Maybe they are looking at certain people. They did want to talk to a couple people. You know, they did. They did. Oh, wait. They even went on Ryan Upchurch's page and videos saying that they wanted to talk to him or something. Now, I'm not saying Ryan Upchurch had anything to do with it, but who knows? Maybe they're wondering. I don't know. I'm going to wait for the autopsy and the police to come out and say this was either an accident or it was definitely foul play. That's all we can really do, I guess. Yeah, yeah. But you know what? The more I watch the video of AWP and the more you blow up the photo and in high definition, you can actually see a lot more. And it is possible that there is a footprint or a palm print on them windows, and that might occur that maybe she was trying to get out. You know what? The autopsy will tell the whole thing. The autopsy will tell everything. It it will tell everything. If she was abused sexually or bound or tied up or anything, um, the autopsy will tell all that. The investigation, but from what I can see, you could see a lot more of the vehicle, and I just don't see any airbags. I don't see no passenger bags. That it looks like the airbag went off. What I'm seeing on the ground or on the top of the roof, people are like, "Well, that whitish tan color, that's an airbag." Well, it could be, but the inside of her vehicle, the hood, what color was it? Was it a silver color like mine? My car's silver, and on the inside of it, I do have a black dashboard, black seats, but my headliner is a whitish gray color, like a gray silver color. So are we seeing built up sediment that has formed inside the car and is floating around and making it look like it's a bag, but really it's sediment and dirt floating around making it look like it's an airbag. But I don't see no airbags, if you ask me. Given her age, the family doesn't have to really release the results of the autopsy. No, but if there is foul play, uh, that makes it public information, being that it was a murder. I believe maybe it's changed because she is a minor, but being if it goes into it's a murder case, um, then they might release all that. But the family might not want it to be released, but somehow maybe it will be. It'll probably be leaked. Who am I kidding, folks? We're talking the internet. These folks get into places and hack even the police department and come up with information. So who knows? It might be leaked somehow. Yes, it's all speculation right now. It is, you know, it is. But I'm not seeing any airbags. Check your connection and try again. Why is it doing that? Could it be a hacker trying to shut this channel down? I don't know. Ladies, what do you think? It is speculation right now in theory. I'm a little upset that I did see that video saying that she was found in the back naked and tied up or whatever. But where did these people get that information? That's what I want to know. Before the police have released it, you think the police would come out and say this is a murder case, a criminal case, and we are going to investigate it. If that was the case right out in front of their faces. But they're not. So they must be, maybe them videos are deep fakes. Maybe. I'm not saying Kylie is a real young lady. No matter how you spell her name, she was a real young lady. The case ain't fake. I keep telling you folks, it's not fake. It's real. All this stuff we're watching is real. They're real people, but someone has taken their name and their face and exploited it and made it into a money-making machine. They're real people. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I heard they said, Kim Maple said, I heard they said it was a criminal case, I do believe. I don't know. Was this just recently? Raphael, I don't know much about the creator, Purple Quick. Oh, that's that's a more mature lady. I've seen her channel before, I think. I think it's a lady, right, Raphael? Muffin Top said the FBI has the car. Exactly. The FBI now is involved. But I don't think they're involved because anything other than they want to make sure the police get it right. Being that it's such a big thing, being that Mr. Upchurch mentioned that Xania was from Ukraine and not even a real American. And it's possible the FBI came in and Homeland Security. She is binary, Johnny. I don't know what that is, but just because the FBI is investigating something, it could be numerous reasons why, but it is an ongoing case until the autopsy comes out and it's released, which will tell everything. The autopsy will tell exactly what happened and the forensic evidence and everything. And people have been watching that video of AWP, but the way they filmed it, it's flopped, or they flipped it because it ain't matching up with with the way the car is laying and the way they're filming it. I don't know, the stuff we're seeing on the top of the roof, the phone charger, the can of alcohol, that's all on the passenger side hood, I believe, because the driver window ain't broken out. When he goes around to the other side, the driver window's up. So I think maybe to play with us a little bit, somebody put videos out, maybe flip-flopped. Possible. But when you flip the whole video over and watch it upside down, the vehicle is upright. And then you can actually see this is the passenger side and that's the driver's side. You can see the steering wheel through the window and you can see the light of the camera that he's using or whatever he's recording with. Or he might even just have a spotlight on him so he can see down deeper and through the sediment. But something is shining in the driver's side window. So that tells us the driver's side window is open. How do I know it's the driver's side window? Or it's closed, I mean. Is because through it you can see the steering wheel real close to the window. So that tells me that the driver's side window was not broken out. But if you look at the vehicle when they're pulling it out, the window appears to be broken out. And they said they broke that out trying to get the car out. So maybe some of that damage was from them pulling it out of the lake, you know. But it's clear to me that when he first went down, the driver's side window was up. The driver's side back window was halfway down. The passenger side window was broke out, and the passenger side back window was up. So 2 windows broken out. Is it possible the driver's side? Dude, and a lot of people are saying, well, she might have tried to kick it out. I don't think that little girl had enough power to kick out a window underwater. You know, I did watch a couple channels today that said, it's possible she tried to get out and kick that window out. I just don't think, I've seen some big dudes try and punch windows and not break a window. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying it's impossible. Maybe being so scared or whatever, she broke it. It could have been a phone that shattered it. I don't know. You know, I don't know. But I don't see that little tiny 5'7" or however tall she was. She was just a tiny thing. The back of that vehicle is so tiny. She wouldn't even fit, and she was just a small little thing, 5'7". It's not like she was forgive me, ladies, but it's not like she was a chunky lady. She was a thin, slender young lady. Do I think she would have made it out the window, the back half window that was halfway down? Maybe she would have had a little problem with her butt. But you have to remember, that window is a child-proof window. It don't even go halfway down. So she might not have been able to get through there. Maybe that's why she took her jacket off. Maybe it was getting hung up on something. I don't know. There's so many questions. And I don't even want to know anymore. That's what's sad about it, is I don't even want to know what happened. We just want to make sure whoever, if there was foul play, that these people are brought to justice. And I hope it ain't anything like what these other videos are talking about, that she was found naked and tied up, you know, with 300 people there. And what did Sammy say in the video? Well, there wasn't very many girls there. It was mainly just a whole bunch of guys. I mean, we, you know, as fathers and parents, you don't want to think anything that gruesome could happen, but we don't know. And I hope to God they come up with the autopsy real soon. And I hope they either come out with a press release, the police, and say this was a drowning or this is a criminal act and we are going to be investigating it. And that's all we got to say. You know, rest in peace, Kylie. But we're coming after the people that did this. And if we got to lock up all 300 people that were at that party to get answers, we will. But I can't say that because I'm not the authorities. And even the authorities then probably would tell me to shut up, but that's how I would. Authority, use your authority. We gave you folks a chance to come forward. And if it is a criminal thing, we're coming for you. You know, you'll be hearing from us real late at night when you're sleeping. Your whole house will light up with spotlights and dudes flying in with zip cords. But we don't live in a movie. And I got to stop thinking that. And it's sad because I don't even want to know anymore how this little young lady, the thoughts in her mind as this was happening, if she was alive, she was probably scared to death. Very dark, cold. I bet you that water was cold. Water rushing in all over the place. People, it's impossible for her to get them. No, if the car was down so deep and she couldn't see the window open, water rushing in, a great force, try and get out the back. God rest her soul. Let me read my chat. Did you all hear the 9/11 call that came in reporting a lady running nude? It was confirmed to be Kiely and her car. It was in the gated community. Allegedly, law enforcement didn't follow up on it. Are you kidding me? Muffin Top, when? Oh my God. I think it was yesterday or today I heard that. So it was actually at somebody's house in a gated community? I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what Muffin Top just said. That's horrible. And why wouldn't the police follow up on that? Well, then you know what? Good that we found out that. You know why? Because gated communities have rich people, don't they? And what do rich people have? Cameras. So I hope to God these police go into that suburb and knock on every door. You got a security camera? We want it. We need the footage at this day, this time. I don't know if I wish my computer would stop doing that. You're offline, check your connection and try again. Why is it doing that? And then it goes right back to working. I wish I was a lady called it in. Oh, so we don't know if the lady was actually, I think it, oh, that's just horrible. If that's true, then how did she end up from that gated community to the back of the vehicle? And that gated community must have cameras. It's buffering. It's been happening on YouTube when you speak about certain cases. Oh, Jesus. We can't even discuss this madness that YouTube has created. She was running, yelling for help. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Yeah, I think the police department out there, uh, just turn your badges in if that's the case and that's true, and go to the unemployment line or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, though. But all we could do is wait for the case to be over with. She was running and yelling for help. Oh, God. And that police vehicle and her I don't know. I don't know. We hope not. I mean, good God. But you know what? YouTube, if you want to be deceived, if you want fake information, where do you go? YouTube. So deceiving. So, Muffin Top, what do you think? Kim Maple Syrup, what do you think? I don't know. I don't know if I could believe that because it could be a lie. We've seen a lot of people come in on the Kylie case, just like we did with the Summer case and Delphi case, that injected a bunch of crap into the case. You know? Good, you keep losing that weight, Raphael. Keep pumping that iron. I drank some lemon water today, and I had some cucumbers. Again, they're supposed to be real good for your if you're dehydrated or whatever. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they say. I don't know if that's true. If she was in a gated community, where's the closest gated community? Excuse me. Where did they say this happened at? Did they say Muffin Top? Kim Maple Syrup? Did they say where this vicinity was? I'm still looking at the tow truck driver. I don't know why, but he looks sus to me. If not in the Kylie case, in another case that we're in another case, I don't know why he just looks sus to me. That baby face with the baseball cap. I was like, in the back of my head, I'm like, where did I see this dude before? Was it an FBI sketch or America's Most Wanted or the I-65 killer? But I shouldn't even be saying that because we're just making assumptions. But we don't know. What do the police need now? Well, they need the video of the tow truck driver to see if his story even is correct. Uh, if not, he still looks sus to me. But in something else. I forgot the name. It was between Reno and Prosser. Buka, were the tow driver seen her originally? The tow truck driver seen her? Yeah, what were they doing in Reno? What was I don't know. Boca, yeah. Which is only 20 minutes away, Muffin Top. Everyone's like, well, that it couldn't have been it couldn't have been this because the tow truck driver seen her in Boca, you know. And everyone's like, that's all the way over. And after we started watching and looking and seeing these videos, Boca is only like 20 minutes away or, you know, 30 minutes away. If she drove the speed limit, if she was doing 60, 65, 20-minute drive, 10-minute or 15-minute drive, that ain't very far away from Poser Lake. I think it's all what do I think? I think the Kylie young lady and the case is real. I think the YouTubers have collaborated together, some of these crime channels, and they're putting out false information. Now, whether they're being paid by somebody or they're trying to cover something up, I don't know, but we're starting to see a lot of YouTubers doing things and saying things that only the killer would know, or the people that were involved in this big cover up. You remember ladies, gentlemen, Kim Maple Syrup, Muffin Top? You ever see Pulp Fiction? Oh, no, was it Pulp Fiction? What was the one where John Travolta was in that movie with Samuel L. Jackson? I could have swore it was Pulp Fiction, or maybe it's something else. Anyone out there? Anyone? But anyways, in that movie, you're right. I'm right about what? Dieter. Yep, Pulp Fiction. Okay, in Pulp Fiction, right? No, I lost my train of thought. Dang it. But whatever I was going to say was in that movie, Pulp Fiction. Uh, Poof, right out of my head it went. But, anyways, where was I? The case. Yes. We don't want to believe that these videos that they're putting out now are real. Some of these crime channels, I do believe, are collaborating simply to keep this story going so they can make big money, or someone with big money is paying them to manipulate the story somehow. Hello, Patrick Patterson. Welcome. Muffin Top. I don't know if you know everybody. Uh, it was going to be a lame analogy. No, it wasn't. Because the same scenario was in Pulp Fiction with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. Uh, the tow truck driver, he's sus to me for some reason. If not, he might have been just an innocent tow truck driver. But that face I've seen somewhere before. I don't know. Yeah. I'm good, thank you. Hope to say, yeah. Organized lies and sure. Yeah, loving the truth exposed. I don't know. We don't know if it's the truth. I'd like to play that video in front of you guys at 1080p HD, because the underwater footage is really clear. It really, when you blow the whole photo up to full screen, you can really see a lot in there that explain you. I believe you can see the sweatshirt that everyone was. Though she was wearing a white sweatshirt, it looks like it was in there. And also, when he goes to the back of the vehicle, what does he say? I see a pair of gym shoes. And then he swims around to the other side. And then he says, and then you could see her face. But they blur it. But it's a little bit more clear when you blow the photo up and watch it in HD. Uh, and then he says, uh, there is human remains in the vehicle. But you can see her face. It does look white. It looks like one of her arms is behind her head, maybe like if maybe she was sleeping and her hand was behind her head. But it does look like she's wearing something black from the waist down, or halfway down. So maybe she was wearing that spaghetti bikini onesie or whatever, and maybe just the straps floated off, and maybe that it just floated down a little bit. But I don't know. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. No matter how you spell her name, you know, a young lady was in that vehicle. I don't know. It's a toss up. Either it could be something cynical and foul play, or until they come out and say she she made a mistake, and there's proof in the autopsy to show she was alive when she went in the water, and there's proof on her fingernails and stuff that she tried to get out the window or whatever, or and if she was, God forbid, something bad, hopefully she struggled and maybe left DNA underneath her fingernails. Maybe, we don't know. Uh, it's horrible what happened, and I feel horrible because the mother just made a new video about AWP, and I guess she's not happy with AWP. And you know what? In that footage of the underwater footage of that vehicle, it does kind of look like maybe a footprint, a gym shoe print, or maybe a hand, or it possibly could be something in the vehicle. Oh, you can see a tote bag or some kind of a backpack in the vehicle, like a tote bag or a backpack in the vehicle too. Maybe that was flopping around, maybe hit the windows and left like a material imprint on the window, and the allergy or whatever, the soot that's on the window. Nothing fell out. Vehicle. Shady. I don't know if anything fell out. I have no idea what. I don't know how they handled this situation. This is what I would have did if I was running the show. I would have been out there with AWP in a boat, and I would have told AWP, I want you to go down and find the vehicle. Once you find the vehicle, I don't want you to touch anything. I want you to come back to the surface, and I want you to tell the sheriff's department that you found the vehicle and you're going to begin filming. And once you filmed and found the young lady and you had all the footage of how the vehicle was, then I would have went back to the surface and told the authorities we have a body in the vehicle. I don't know if it's her or not. It fits the description, but I'm not sure if it's her or not. But there is a human remains in the vehicle. And then I would have left it to the sheriff's department of everything else. Then it became either an accident or a criminal investigation, and the police should have quarantined everything off, and they should have photographed everything around that area before they let anyone walk in that area in case there was any footprints in the water leading out. We don't know if anybody else was in that vehicle driving, do we? Hello, Erica. You're welcome here. Let me see what she said. People are saying it could have been practical for AWP as it was his first time. And that's why we aren't hearing anything. Maybe they, it is their first open case. It's not a cold case or anything. So she might be right about that. Imagine the warm flooding this car, and joint papers are still inside. Come on, you were that dumb. I don't know what she's. I don't know. Joint papers? I don't know. You mean for cannabis? I don't know. I didn't see anything like that. Is that what you're talking about, Patrick? Christopher Valdez is here? Where? Hello, Christopher Valdez. I didn't. I only watched some of the video in 1080p and blew it up. And then I was going to do this live video, which I'm doing right now. Those are ugly ass shoes. I think it was a big dog to weigh a ton. I don't know what they're talking about. Planted. Let's read back here. Yeah, I'm seeing makeup stuff in the vehicle, in the front of the vehicle. And the tow truck driver did say inside the console was he thought makeup stuff or like a perfume bottle or whatever. So that makes sense, you know, of the photo that of the video I'm watching blown up on a big screen. You can see all that stuff. Sammy said that she would stop until she found Kylie. AWP came and Sammy and her family disappeared. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They might be hiding Sammy or something because they're worried about her getting death threats or something. You know, we don't know. We don't know. Maybe they came down on Sammy and she talked and said, "Hey, there was these dudes there or whatever. We left, but she stayed behind." We don't know. I don't know, Patrick. You might be right. You know, that just might be where it came to settle. Once the car did a roll, everything that was on the floor or whatever, and it probably rolled, pretty fast. And if there was windows open, maybe something fell out. If there wasn't, then what would happen? Well, it would just slide down, hit the window once the car made a complete roll and landed on the bottom of the would settle on the hood. It is kind of hard to believe that there is nothing outside, but you don't know. You know, you don't know. We weren't there. We don't know. But my opinion, do I think little Kylie was strong enough to kick out a window underwater? I don't know, guys. I just don't think that little lady being as scared. Maybe if she was, I just don't know. It takes a lot of force to do something like that. I don't know if she would have enough power to do something like that. What do you think, Muffin Top? Kim Maple Syrup? Patrick, do you think she had enough power in her legs to kick out a window, especially with the pressure of the water and everything in there? Underwater, you can't move as fast. So I don't know. I really don't know. Bob G or D exposed Molly Go Lightly called in a fry wig to another channel. It's obvious her. I don't know. Upchurch. I've seen two videos today calling for Upchurch, Ryan Upchurch, to be banned from YouTube. Uh, yeah. I was like, what? Yeah, they even put it out on their title. YouTube, we are calling for the ban of Ryan Upchurch on YouTube. They're pretty pissed. I imagine so. The family now made a new video, supposedly not too happy with AWP, and they had her phone number the whole time, and they misplaced it or lost it or something. And all kinds. And this, we don't even know if that's true. That is why YouTube crime community has become so looked down on now. It is a stain on the community that they let Ryan Upchurch come in and just. And this, what gets me is all this stuff Upchurch is saying is old news. For many years, that information has been out. A good year or so. I mean, it's all old stuff that he brought up. Check this out. Yeah, but that's been on there for. Ichamel has come out and said he was this and that for many years. Hello, Panthera. You're welcome here. It was all in old information, but how did Upchurch turn it into something like it just came out yesterday? I don't know. But literally, I seen a couple videos today where they were saying we want them banned from YouTube. I don't know if they can do that, but that's what the videos were saying. I don't know. I don't know if she was strong enough to kick out them windows. I just don't think she underwater. I don't know. Maybe who knows the strength? People have superhuman strength when their life flashes before them. She could have, but I don't see that happening. And if that window was busted out when it went into the water already, and the back window was rolled down halfway, that means the car would roll because the water would come in. And that side that window is open on is going to have water rushing into it. So that is going to cause the vehicle to start rolling to one side. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. If there was only one window in the whole vehicle open, because we weren't there, we don't know. All the windows could have been closed. And she drove into the water. And that window that was busted out could have been busted out when the passenger window was busted out. When the diver went down, it was already busted out. Could it have busted when the vehicle hit the bottom of the lake and the pressure busted that window out? Because what it did was closed in the center. If you notice, there's a dent in the center of the hood, and the front windshield's busted. Being that dented and crushed down, it could have brought the window rails, the frame, in. That could have busted out that driver window. It could have. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it could have. And if at the time when the vehicle was sinking, there was no windows open and water was flowing in from the air conditioning vents, probably the firewall, and that would force her to the back of the vehicle. Then the vehicle, being it was pitch black out, she might not have been able to see the water line. And when she opened that window, the water was already above that window, meaning she opened that window and water would have came gushing in because the cabin was pressurized. So it definitely would have came rushing in fast. That would have caused the car to start its roll, pitch to one side, and very well, possibly enough force to probably throw her back, maybe. And being pitch dark, once the car did go underwater, it was black. You wouldn't have been able to even see probably the dashboard lights if they were on. It probably got blacker than black. God rest her soul. The horror that that little girl probably went through was, I can't I can't fathom the horror that went through her mind. It almost makes you want to hope that maybe she just went peacefully and maybe was intoxicated and drove in and just, you don't want to think that this little lady was, it's horrible. It's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. It is. Let me catch up with my chat. AWP started that there was no law enforcement at Poser. It took once more than 25 minutes. It took agencies more than 25 minutes to arrive after the notified. See, that's what I'm saying. There should have been someone on site with them, right next to them. If AWP had any hits on their radar, they should have contacted the authorities. They shouldn't have done nothing until the authorities got there. Then the authorities would have been able to either get their boat in, get to the site, and just tell AWP, all we want you to do, locate the vehicle. We want you to go down, inspect the vehicle, document what the vehicle looks like, the position, what you see, and that's it. And we'll take it from there. But I guess AWP kind of went around protocol and called people of the family that some people are saying, good God, how do we know it was their family? It could have been all, what are they saying now? Scripted. And it really wasn't even the real family that we've seen them talk. I don't know if that's true. Is it possible? It could be. I hate to say it. People are like, this cannot happen. And if there's a will in a way, and there's a evil crime behind it, yeah, you wouldn't believe how, what you think. It's impossible they couldn't. Yeah, what money and power and death and possibly rape of a young woman or something sick. Yeah, I think anything is possible that these people would go through extremes to cover up the sickness, the evil. Yeah, I think so. It was also implicated that AWP did not contact the family. That's a lie. I don't know. They said they contacted the grandmother or something like that, or the grandparents. But now there's videos out saying that the mother found out in a restaurant. And we don't even know if any of this stuff is really true. We're going on what? YouTubers. We're going on YouTubers that might have taken a clip from here and edited it in this clip. You know, it's madness. And we did see that in the Delphi case where they were making fake videos of Bridge Guy in the Delphi case. And then we'd photo op it, or not photo op it, we'd stop the the video and blow it up, and there'd be 6 different faces in Bridge Guy in the Delphi case. And that's, what's that called? Photo opping. It was a fake video, and everyone was going off of that fake video of what Bridge Guy looked like in the Delphi case. Fake information being put out. There's no memorial there for that sweet girl. One, only a few rocks shaped like a heart It reminds me of Gabby Petito. Yeah, are you talking at the Kiely case, or are you talking about the Delphi case? Kiely Rodni? You know what they should do? Turn it into the Kiely Rodni Lake. Name it after her. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that would be kind of sick. Instead of Poser Lake, maybe the Kiely Rodni case, or Kiely Rodni Lake, and then you put I don't know, a monument out there, a small monument for people. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, what do you do? I don't know. Do you really want the people to go there where she lost her life, or do you want them to go somewhere where they can properly mourn her and visit her? I don't know. That's hard to say. The Kylie case, there's a heart out there like the Gabby Petito case. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a touchy thing. What do you do? Do you turn it into a memorial place where, I mean, it'd be nice, but then do you really want people to go out there where this young lady, we don't know what happened? It could have been something very sick, especially when you mix drugs and a bunch of alcohol and not many girls at a party and a bunch of dudes drinking, you know? And then you got these idiots on YouTube making videos saying that she was found naked, tied up in the back of her. And then things start going through YouTubers' minds that have daughters and grandkids, and next thing you know, you're like, we're coming for these people, these sickos. We don't want to think that. All I could say is we got to wait for the autopsy. Got to. You got to wait for the autopsy and toxicology and forensic to get done. And if it's criminal, and it is what some of these videos are saying, how do these people know this information before it was even released? Can someone explain that to me? If it's true and she was found in the back, tied up and naked, how did these people know that before anyone else? The police even, Another question I got for AWP is, why do you tell your team to shut their phones off? I seen the video. Everyone shut your phones off. We don't want anyone to know anything. But after you're done and you find the lady, one of your team calls their girlfriend or wife or whatever and tells her the situation. Next thing you know, she's supposedly leaked it or on YouTube or whatever. A lot of people are questioning that. I am too. Why would they? It could have been to make the program seem more exciting. I'm not mad at them or anything. I'm just saying, when it comes to our children, there's a certain way you act, especially around people, families that had tragic trauma to them from losing their daughter. You don't. Everyone shut their phone off. We don't want no one to know nothing. We're here. We don't want to cause a big scene. But then I'm watching a video and it said that one of his team members called his girlfriend after they found her pulled over on the side because he couldn't handle it. And he had to talk to his girlfriend or whatever. And then she got on YouTube or who knows if that's true. If it is, come on. You guys are supposed to be professional. I totally agree. Pantera Luna, Park Rangers. What'd she say? The first place, my 15, 16-year-old would have never been allowed to that kind of a party. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Especially with a bunch of dudes. You got what, 10, 15, 20 women there, and the rest were all dudes, supposedly, I don't know, maybe. Sammy said all their parties are like that. Where was law enforcement? If this was a known fact, AWP confirmed 400 kids. I don't know if that's true either. We're starting to see that the photos that were out of Kylie with them girls in that car with the photo and everyone, that's Kylie in the car with them girls, and that wasn't even her, and that photo was from a different party from that area somewhere in Nevada, and it wasn't her, and they debunk that, you know. So I imagine a lot of the stuff we're hearing on YouTube is fake. Now, this is the thing. Is it fake because they're being paid to divert the people away from the case? Or is it fake for subs and views and they're putting it out there just to get people to watch their stuff? I don't know. Where were the police and park rangers and everything? I don't know. I don't know. AWP should have called the sheriff's department, told them we're going out there. We want a sheriff out there in case we do find her. We want a team ready. So all we got to do is find her, document the vehicle, uh, and identify if there's a body remains in it, and we're done. That's the end of our job. We're done. We're not criminal investigators. We're not forensic. We're not nothing. Why they didn't do that, I don't know. In the future, should they do that? I would say so. You're going to be looking in a lake, you should call the local authorities. I want an officer out there in case we do find this missing person. We're done. You know, here's the evidence. Here's the the footage of the vehicle or the body, how they found it or whatever. Recover the body, and they're done. That's it. They're not crime investigators. What do you think happened? I don't. Hey, I don't know. I don't. I'm not an investigator. You know, my job is to find people underwater, and I do my job well. And we found the people, and our job is done. You want any questions? Let the police handle. You know, talk to the police. Most cops are mindless thugs. Maybe you, Raphael. You might be right. They might be there just for a paycheck, or they might just be there because they're working for an organization to watch the police so they can cover up crime or commit crimes themselves. We don't know. It's good practice that AWP films it and documents it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But what I'm saying is they have to remember they're dealing with people and children sometimes, and and parents that have lost a loved one. So I do agree with them filming it and documenting it. But all this stuff of giving their opinion and not following protocol, all I'm saying is they just need to work on that a little bit. They're good at what they do. They find people, and we give them thumbs up for that. But they're not autopsy people. They're not toxicology. They're not even criminal investigators. So why bother giving their theories? Everyone thinks it looks suspicious, but even AWP themselves came out and said, folks, this might be something as simple as this little lady made a mistake and she drowned, you know. But I don't think YouTube will be happy with that. These YouTube creators will not be happy with the loss that she just made a mistake and drove herself into the water, panicked, pitch dark, cold. Yeah, yeah. Now, I'm not saying there wasn't foul play, but do I think YouTube will be happy and agree if it's an open and shut case. This is what we got. Here's the evidence. It was a simple, she drove into the water and drowned. She tried to get out. There's evidence of a struggle of her trying to get out, but she didn't make it. YouTube would not be happy with open and closed case. They would, aha, it was a cover up. Well, it's madness. And this is just a big stain on the YouTube community. And there's people actually saying that the crime YouTube community should be, excuse me, disgusted with themselves. But hey, when you got a star, then he's loaded with money. Then he's paving the way, or putting all kinds of stuff out. Only if it was foul play, then only the killers or the people that helped cover it up know what happened. Bottom line, really. Would you guys agree on that? Based on wasted taxpayer money of 2,000 hours, and they can't see a car 55 feet from the shore or in cell phone ping, I don't have any confidence in autopsy reports. Well, some of these autopsy guys are good. You remember the O.J. Simpson case? You remember that one guy? You know what? He's a really known autopsy or forensic guy. Uh, real big with all the professionals. If there's something wrong, this guy's gonna find it. You know, and that's what these guys, these real good forensic autopsy guys, in such a big case like this, with it being so big in social media and everything, that's when you call them guys in. They're the best of the best. You know, them are the dudes that the real big dudes call in and say, we need to know what happened. And then they just go through everything. What was the dude's name? I don't know, Professor something, Dr. Wong or something like that, or Payne, or I forget his name. But I've seen him in numerous cases. He's a highly known autopsy guy. Some of these autopsy guys are sheriffs, you know, bankers or whatever, and on the side they do autopsies. They might hold two, three jobs, and being an autopsy guy is one of them. I will have an unpopular opinion, but based on medical science and condition of recovery, she was not in the water for 2 weeks. I don't know. Well, after so long, the body starts swelling because it's soaking in water, you know, and then it gets so soaked with water that it floats. And usually there is air in the intestine, small intestine, stomach, uh, and that's usually why. Well, from what AWP was saying, AWP said they don't go to drownings right away because they wait a little while. Because if it was a true drowning, the body eventually makes it to the surface. Now, that was AWP that said that. Avengers with Purpose. They said that. When they get fresh drowning calls, they do not rush out to the site right away. They wait because they say eventually, over time, the body itself wants to surface and it'll sink to the bottom, but after so long that it will. There goes my computer doing the same thing. Oh, there it went again. Saying my connection is unstable. Please wait while we reconnect. There we go. That last press conference was very bizarre. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bizarre coming up. I'm going to check into this thing that Kylie was at a gated community and run down the street half naked and people reported it. Well, how long was that before the party? Muffin Top? Did they say how long it was before this whole incident happened? Or was it after she was supposedly missing? Around the same time, huh? Hmm. This is interesting. That's very interesting. I'm kind of shocked. Now, we don't know if that's true. We don't know that. We can say that, right, Muffin Top? Muffin Top said that that was reported, but we don't know if that's true. I can't say if that's true. Why? Because I don't want to end up like the next Alex Jones. You know, I don't have $44 million, so I don't know if that's true. It was before the truck driver seen her. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. We're going to have to wait until after the investigation's over. We've come up with all theories. We've speculated on all kinds of stuff. And I don't know what happened. I know this much. Whatever did happen, that little lady was probably scared out of her mind. Even if something else happened than her drowning, no matter what, my heart is breaking because I just can't imagine what she went through. If she was in that vehicle and the vehicle was drowning and she couldn't, the vehicle was sinking and she couldn't get out, though, it's horrible. And you know what? The video that I seen, the underwater footage, excuse me, uh, from what I can see, I know they blared out. They did. They did blare it out where you can see her hair and her face, but it don't look like she was massively bloated. And usually in a drowning, if you're underwater for a certain time, you get bloated. I mean, I hate to say that. I hope none of the family member is watching or anything. If so, my apologies. I didn't mean to upset anybody, but after being underwater for so long, the body it balloons. I don't know. I don't know. From what the research that I've watched and the videos. And you know what I've come to the determination for myself is that watching these crimes and these photos and everything of these people is very disturbing, folks. And I don't know how much more I can take of it because I just can't. This is, it's horrible. Uh, I can't, I don't know what I would do. It's just, it's horrible. And it's case after case. It's like a demon. You got to watch it. You got to be a part of it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be a part of this no more. I mean, it's horrible. I do care that we're losing people, but you watch it every day. It's like an entity comes over you. And the next thing you know, you don't get nothing done. All you're doing all day is watching crime videos, trying to solve everything, trying to be the hero. Really, we're all trying to solve the case, not because we want to be the hero. Some of us have family members, nieces, nephews, cousins, kids, daughters. But what am I seeing? I'm seeing people on YouTube. I think some of these people are right. It's about Snapchats, views, subs, and being the hero. Let me get back to my chat. The topless chick chased by the car was debunked a long time ago, I thought. Tow truck driver is suspect. He is. If not in the Kiely case, I've seen that face somewhere before. You know, that baby face with the baseball cap. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he was in a commercial. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was a commercial or something. I don't know. But what he don't understand, the situation of the case at that time, and when he came out and said that would be he would have been the last person to see Kiely alive. And we all know in crime cases, what do they mainly investigate? Family. And if anything ain't linked to family, 9 out of 10 times, what is it? The person that's seen them last. Right? We've seen that in other cases. If it ain't the family, then it's the person that seen Kiely last. And the truck driver might actually be the last person to see her alive. We don't know. Ain't it funny how he came? Well, my company took the video and locked it up right away. Well, comes to find out, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's true, but his family owns the company. So are they protecting his son? Was it Kiely in that video? Was there someone with Kiely? Maybe there was nobody with Kiely and she was all by herself. And that would give the perfect alibi if there was any evidence of that guy being there, that, well, he was there working on our car. So that's why my fingerprints are all over everything or whatever. So you guys are right about that. Panthera, yeah. Who else was saying that? Excuse me. Muffin Top says I'm curious to hear from chat who they think the girl and guy were at the car when it broke down. Well, I don't know. It could have been anyone with blonde hair, any one of her friends. The truck driver did describe, if I was sitting back and I was a sketch artist for the FBI, and the way he described him, the person that was with the girl, I'd have to say, that sounds like Jagger Boy. But here's the thing. The truck driver didn't come out and say anything until what, a week or a week and a half after she came up missing. So everyone's like, well, it was a week. Yeah, that's a week that he could have been on the internet watching the whole thing, and then came out and said, oh well, uh, I think I might have seen her and worked on her car that day. You know, Now, it might be nothing. I'm not accusing, he's innocent until proven guilty. But if you watch enough of these crime channels and investigation channels, that was an alibi. I mean, that's what I looked at it as. Why would he go to AWP with that info? Why didn't he just say, you know what, I'm going to call the police and let them know? Right? Does that make sense? Chat? Does that make sense? If he was 100% sure that it was her, why didn't he go to the sheriff's department and say, hey, or call him and say, hey, I think I might have worked on, and here's the video, and here it is, and all the, it ain't making sense to me. Why would he go to AWP? Or why would AWP search him and find him and not call the authorities first? That ain't making sense to me. What am I looking at? If I was sitting back looking at this going, well, we got people that wanted to be heroes instead of do what they should have did was contact the authorities right off the bat once they found about Nick, the tow truck driver, and let them question him and let them talk to him. But they didn't. That's fishy. Come on, folks. That to you right there ain't fishy. You know, if I was an investigator, why didn't you call the police, FBI? Why you hunt down a YouTube channel? It don't make sense. Am I wrong? Anyone in my chat, can somebody, if I'm wrong, say I'm wrong, and I'll withdraw my thing. Hey, well, maybe I am wrong on that, but come on, folks. You see such a high profile case, and then it clicks. Oh, well, I worked on her car. What am I going to do? If that was me, what's the first thing? I'm going to call the police. Hey, I think I got this young lady on camera. I worked on her car. You know, I can't remember if it was the day of the party or the day after the party, but I think I worked on her car. You don't call a YouTuber. And we seen this. What did we see this in? This same exact thing. What did we see this case already, this scenario in? A case that was on YouTube. The Delphi murders. The killer supposedly called a YouTuber. You know, you got all these people calling these YouTubers that say they know what happened instead of calling the authorities. That's what's fishy about the whole thing. Panther says the tow truck driver was a guy. That guy is a plant. He could be to try and divert people away. We don't know. That's why I say we got to wait. We got to wait and let the authority. Hopefully the FBI isn't on it. Why? Because YouTube and these crime channels have made it so suspicious and such a feeding frenzy that hopefully the big dogs came in. You know, the ones that are going to tell the police, yeah, move over. We're going to look at this now. You know, hopefully. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm hoping that the autopsy comes back, and I'm hoping the police come out and say it was an accident. Because if it wasn't an accident and something sick happened to little Kylie, I can imagine the feeding frenzy that's going to happen to these people that were there and knew it, or, you know, whoever committed the crime. I mean, it's horrible. I don't know about you folks, but I think it's just horrible. You go to AWP. Hey, I like AWP. They are good people. They do a job. They find missing people. They're good at reading radar. I don't know if the sheriff department has the same kind of radar as AWP, That could have been the mix-up. The car was flipped over. The bottom of the vehicle was probably darker than the top. Uh, Depending on the water could have been murky that day they were out there. It could have been cloudy, and you could see in that video. You go down so far, the water is crystal clear, 10 foot and below. It looks like uh, it gets real dark because it drops off and the water gets darker. The sun don't get down to it because of the allergy, the stuff in the water, so it gets real dark. So is it possible they went right over it with radar, but had different radar as APR or AWP and totally missed it? Yes, very possible. It's very possible. FBI listed Kiely as kidnapped. See that they went. How did they know that? Come out with that first? They probably were going off tips in YouTube, watching YouTube. Do they watch YouTube? Oh, sure. Homeland, all of them do. Pentagon, probably. Everybody. What I think was bad, and what I think what really brought the case to a halt and got really people crazy and everything, is when Upchurch, and I'm not saying Upchurch was, I'm not trying to bash him, but when he brought up that Exania girl, not even being a United States citizen, and she's from Ukraine, and here we are in a war back in Ukraine and dumping all kinds of money into Ukraine, and him saying that she was some kind of a child trafficker or pedophile or whatever. I think that damaged the case. I think that's what brought in probably Homeland Security and other, because that's politics. We're supplying a country, and he says she's from Ukraine and part of this thing, and I'm like, oh snap. Do you think that was wrong, folks? Do you think that helped the case, or do you think that damaged the case? If you're in my chat, voice your opinion. I think it probably brought more branches of the government in on it after this turned into that she ain't even a real American. And I could have swore she's a United States soldier. I thought she was in the military, but now, Upchurch saying she's from Ukraine, and this is all, they know what happened to her and everything. I'm like, holy crap. In America, you drive car. In Ukraine, car drive you. I don't know. FBI still has her car. I imagine they do. Somebody does. I imagine they're going to go over it with a fine tooth comb to make sure they get it right. When they come out and say it was a drowning, or it was foul play, they want to make sure they got everything right. If it was politics, uh, oof, this is ugly stuff. This is this is why we need to revamp America. Can we agree on that? YouTube is so deceiving. For every good video that someone puts out that is the truth, there's 20 videos behind it that people put out that are lies. On this channel, that's why I always say, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't have the evidence sitting right here in front of me for me to look at and say, oh, well, this is this is that, this is this. Here's the crime scene photos. Here's the photo of the body, the vehicle. Here's all the DNA stuff. Here's all the toxicology. I don't have speculation or my theory of what possibly might happen, but we should wait for the authorities to get on with the investigation, because it's an ongoing investigation. Am I right or wrong? If I'm wrong, then hey, post in the comment. You're wrong. It don't matter to me. Why? Because I don't stalk people because they don't agree with my opinion, or I don't agree with their opinion. I don't know. We're living in. I got a disability, and I know better than that. These people are cuckoos. Well, god dang stalkers looking up your phone numbers and information and arrest records or whatever. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't pry into people's lives, but it's obvious that's the new thing. But see, when I was growing up, we would call you people terrorist, scam artist. It's illegal to look up people's information, personal information. But today, I guess it's the end thing to do. And I guess it's the big thing. Everybody's doing it. I'm like, no, I'll pass on that. I'll just watch videos and I'll make my assumption on the case from what videos are telling the truth, what videos ain't, and I'll wait for the investigators to come out and say, this is what happened, and this is the proof we got. And, there's only two options, folks, in this case. Either it was Kylie Rodney accidentally made a mistake drinking, driving, drove herself into the lake accidentally, and 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 God forbid that little creation, God's creation, couldn't get out, or there was foul play. There's only two options. Either it was an accident or there was foul play. I just want justice for Kylie. I want the truth to come out. Yes, we all do. Muffin Top, we all do. We all do. You know why? Because that could have been our daughter. That could have been our granddaughter. Little Mikey Vaughn case. That it was somebody's kid, you know. And I can understand what people are saying now. They're boycotting Up Church, and we want them banned from YouTube, and the whole video that he did, and Kylie ain't real. It's you know Kylie with a K, and there's a Kylie with a C, and the Kylie with. I don't care who it was. I don't care how they spelled their name. It was somebody's daughter in that vehicle, somebody's granddaughter. I don't care how they spelled their name. I don't care. The whole name is a fake name. It's somebody's daughter that was in that vehicle, or granddaughter, or niece, or friend. Somebody was in that vehicle. I don't know. Can we agree on that, or is that even? It was somebody. It was a human being in that vehicle. Panther says, I want the truth out there. There needs to be justice for all illegal, harmful activities. Do you feel it was appropriate for the parents of the 400 attending the party to tell their kids not to get involved? No, I think it's horrible. I think it's really horrible. And I'm trying to get out there to tell these kids, listen, you don't leave people behind in the field of battle. You don't leave your soldiers and your brothers behind. And you certainly don't leave somebody that, even though you had nothing to do with anything, but you were there and you seen it, you pick up a phone and you call the authorities and you tell them the truth. Hey, I was there. I seen what happened. I didn't have anything to do with it. It was an accident, or it got out of hand and somebody did something bad. And that's all I'm saying. and that's it. You leave a tip. For the parents to say don't get involved, I understand they're only trying to protect their kids. But when the police come out and the authorities come out and they say we're going to give you one chance, if you come forward, whoever was at that party, and gives us information and it's real and truthful, there'll be no charges before we find out that there was something bad that did happen and you kids didn't say anything. Well, now you're looking at conspiracy to cover up a murder. If it was a murder, I don't know, they might be able to be charged even if it was an accident and they were there and seen it and refused to do anything about it. You got to start training your kids. For one, tell your daughters don't be going to parties where there's 10 girls and 300 guys with drinking and drugs. For two, you never leave a soldier behind in the field. So why would you leave your friends behind on the streets or at a party? That don't make sense. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to tell them your name or nothing. All you got to do is pick up the phone. Something bad happened out there. There's a woman out there in distress. Send police. This is what happened and that's it. And hang up the phone. If someone would have called the authorities, if it was just she drove into the lake and someone's seen it, if they would have called the police, then there's a good chance the police would have been out there. And she might have drowned, but you know what? The water was cold, and they might have been able to retrieve the body real fast and actually bring her back to life if they would have acted fast enough. If it was foul play, and even if it was just an accident, we got a lot of work to do in America, folks. I love this country, but I'm going to be the first one to say we need help. We need more work. There's a lot better things we could be doing. Am I too loud? Let me turn the volume down on this. Might have had it up too loud. I probably get hacked now for trying that. Let me read my chat. Muffin Top says, if that's true, shame on them. It is an illicit area. Claims of trafficking, kidnapping, and drugs. Yeah, but that's everywhere, Muffin Top. What do I think? I don't know. It is fishy. What do I think? Maybe they're hiding the money man or the drug man or the one that planned the whole thing. Maybe she was lured there. I mean, there's thousands of theories. Excuse me. All they had to do was pick up a phone. Hey, I think I seen a vehicle drive into the lake. You might want to go out there and check it out and hang the phone up. Or there was a fight out there and something bad happened and a young lady needs your help out there and you hang the phone up. You at least let them know where your brothers and your sisters are. You don't leave them on a battlefield when we're at war. You don't leave your friends on the street if they're dying. You try and help them. If not, you go for help. It ain't making sense, folks. This whole thing ain't making sense. And if it was a simple case of just an accident, uh, the autopsy will tell us that it was an accident. And if it was foul play, the autopsy will tell us that too. And then that does make all these people suspicious if it is foul play. Because these people act like they know what happened before the police even know. They got footage of Upchurch. I know what happened to her. These people know what happened to her. If it ain't what Upchurch said, he needs a vacation from YouTube. And a canine team picked up nothing. Yeah, something's very fishy about the case. That's all I'm saying. It's fishy. And the case is so far into it now where they have the body, they have the vehicle. Now the body will tell what happened. Kiely Rodni's body will tell us what happened. Whether she drowned or there was foul play or if there was a rape or a gang rape or whatever. We don't want to even think that something like that happened. Because if something like that happened, there might be footage out there of this. These kids are sick today where they videotape this stuff. Then everybody is suspect. Would you agree on that, ladies? Am I going overboard, ladies? Panthera, Muffin Top, Kim Maple Syrup. Am I going overboard with theories of what, we don't want to think the worst. But in today's world, it's possible. Anything's possible. Drones, nothing. Drones would help with high definition cameras and mics flying all over the place. Just surveilling, just watching. I don't care if you're out in the woods partying, running around half naked. But if there's a crime committed, well, now that drone sees that crime or maybe hears it. Can we make America safe? Oh, yeah, easily. But then we would have Constitution rights that we would have to go up against. We can make it real safe. We can put cameras there. You won't be able to fart in the wind without us seeing it or hearing it. But I don't care if you fart in the wind. What I care about is when you kill somebody or rape somebody or kidnap somebody, then we would be able to see what happened. I might be wrong. Ladies, if I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. I'll listen to the ladies. I ain't dumb. I got a disability, but I ain't dumb. I will listen to ladies if they say, "No, you're way, way out of line," and then I always apologize and forgive me, and maybe I was a little bit out of line, but in a murder or a kidnapping or a rape or a missing person or anything, there is no bad scenario. There is no bad theory. Anything is possible when it comes to covering up the evil that somebody has committed. They'll go through any extinct, and especially if they have money and power. 20 million ain't nothing to some of these people. People like to keep their crimes on the download, Johnny. Yeah, well, sure they do. That's why they're so pissed at me, because I'm telling Congress and Senate and the government and everything, we need our drones. It's time. I want a drone. I want 2 drones up and hovering above schools. I want drones hovering in places where there's a chance somebody could be raped, kidnapped, hurt, killed. Our forest areas, our robots patrolling, just watching people. You can't do that. This is the country of freedoms. Then you don't call yourself the greatest country in the world, because the day we wake up and there ain't no kids missing or nobody dies, then it's the greatest country in the world. That's true, Panther. Her birthday was September 1st. Driver's plate was July, I believe. Yes, the driver's plate was July. Um, but her birthday was in September. And that reminds me, I got to send my kids uh, birthday card. I think her birthday is September 17th. I don't know, one of them is September something. But I got to send that card. I got it all ready. All I got to do is send it Tuesday. Drop it in the mail. I guess the mail don't run on. I guess Monday's Memorial Day or some holiday. Yes, the plate was July. Everyone was like, "Well, that's weird because her birthday was. Shouldn't it be on the?" No, no, they don't do that on license plates. Some places might, but no. She got the plate in July sometime, and after that, she bought a sticker. You buy a sticker and you put it on the other side that says what year it is. The month that she got that plate was July, or the July was the month that it expired, and then all she would do is go to the DMV and buy a sticker. That's what I do. I buy one plate a year or whatever, and one plate, and then years. I don't know how many years you buy a sticker and you put the sticker on there. So does that make sense, ladies, gentlemen? You haven't found any picture. Muffin Top says she has not found any pictures of Kylie in or around her car. Has anyone else? No, just the vehicle, just the car that they were showing of her. The only one that would have footage of her being around her car with somebody is the tow truck driver, if what he said was true. You don't see her in any of the photos, do you? In the beginning of this case, they thought she was kidnapped, right? Why? Because someone said they seen her in a store after the party, right? And that's where we got the photo of her wearing that onesie with the baggy jeans and the belt on, right? But in the original, when this case came out, they said that was from a a, a photo from a store that she was shopping in after supposedly she came up missing. Remember that? That's why the FBI and everyone thought that it was a kidnapping because she went to the party, she didn't come home, and then she was spotted at a store supposedly shopping. And then Sammy said, then they showed Sammy that photo. And what did Sammy say? Yep, that's what she was wearing the night of the party. But I think the jeans were a different color. But the top, the onesie that she had on, that black, it looked like a bikini, full body bikini or whatever. That's it. But I think the pants were a greenish color, more greenish, or missing, or drove off on her own in some love triangle. Yeah. Yeah, now we all know that the picture was before the party. But when the case first came out, everyone thought she was kidnapped, remember? Everyone was looking for her. And then that photo came out of her in the store wearing the jeans, the black thing, and everyone, well, she's been spotted. You know, that's what social media will do. YouTube, people throw out videos without having facts. That's why I'm going to wait for the autopsy and the forensic evidence and the investigators to get done. Hello, Anthony Wrench. You're welcome here. We're talking about the Kiely case, and I was showing a little bit of footage of the underwater footage of the vehicle in 1080 high definition, and you can see a lot more. And yes, you can see the green algae, and you can see the sediment growing on the vehicle, and yeah, fish swimming around in it. But you can also see a lot of things: the white sweatshirt, the drink, the alcohol, and other things in it. But I don't want to play too much of that because a lot of people are getting upset about that stuff. Can I shout out Lou Sasso for his birthday? Sure. How you doing, Lou? Happy birthday, Mr. Sasso. Where was her camping equipment? She allegedly was going camping with Meg. I don't know. Maybe some of that stuff in the floating around is camping stuff. I don't know. There was a shirt, a halter top, floating around in the back seat. I did see that. You could see that plain as day. A shirt floating with them spaghetti straps, one on each side of the shoulder. So, and you can see other things, but if you're watching it on a phone, a tiny little screen, or a tiny little 12-inch, I mean, you're going to see it. Maybe not, depending on what the pixels are or whatever. But I run it through what you're looking at right now, which is a 40 something inch TV. Plus, I got a 73-inch DLP big screen. If I put it on there and turn it on, you could see all kinds of stuff. You know, that's why I say if you're going to be doing YouTube stuff, it pays to to hook up a TV to your computer. I don't know if you can hook up a TV monitor to your phone, but once you blow the picture up bigger, it becomes a lot clearer and a lot more definition in it and details and stuff. Yeah, I don't watch YouTube unless I'm using my surround sound stereo system, 100 watt, 7 channels, because I watch a lot of music, concert stuff, but the big screens are really good for watching criminal stuff because you could blow the footage up, you know, to a bigger than a phone, you know, or an iPad or something. Yes, where was the camping equipment? I don't know. I don't know if they were going camping. I wasn't the impression that they were going camping. I was under the impression that Sammy said that she thought that if Kiely was drunk enough, that she would just spend the night out there and then come home in the morning. I I didn't know anything about them going camping. I thought it was Sammy saying, you know, we just thought that if she was too intoxicated, that she would just spend the night in the back of her car. I remember her saying that instead of driving home. Maybe something happened. I don't know. Maybe there was foul play. I don't know. We want to hope not. God forbid if there was foul play. God forbid. That would be horrible. Muffin Top said in the AWP video when he called the grandmother to tell her about Kiely, She said her family will be so sad. Isn't she part of the family? Or am I missing something? I don't know. We don't know if that was all scripted or we don't know. It is sad. It's very sad. And it's sad because it could be any one of our families. It's somebody's kid. You know what makes it so fishy is because no one followed protocol. That's what makes it so fishy. And then they complain. Well, everything's a conspiracy. When you don't follow procedure, that makes it vicious to the public. You call the family, but you don't call the police first in a possibly criminal case. You don't know yet. You got a car. You got a body in the car. They're looking for a young lady. You protocol is you call the authorities first. You don't touch nothing. You get the authorities out there and let the authorities, the sheriff's department, contact the parents. I mean, that's protocol. Am I wrong? And when you don't follow protocol in a world that is full of protocols, that's what makes the conspiracy theory people come out. That's what makes all this stuff come out. It's like the Illuminati now. Now, are we dealing with Illuminatis? You know, you know, I can see how people were getting upset with Ryan Upchurch because he's saying the case ain't real. That there was two Kiely Rodneys, one Kiely Rodney, but two different name spellings, and and well, and she was good at playing guitar, and she was a great singer, and all this and everything. Well, now for the people that watch Illuminati stuff and cases, now we're having flashbacks of the John Ramsey or John Bonet Ramsey case. That John Bonet Ramsey is still alive, and they needed a body, so they killed somebody to replace John Bonet. And John Bonet is really uh, uh, Katy Perry or whatever. I'm like, yeah, there's the Illuminati thing in the Kiely Rodney case now, with Upchurch saying there was two Kiely Rodneys, but the real Kiely Rodney really wasn't Kiely Rodney, it was Kylie Ross. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, oh, now, gee, it all makes sense. Kylie's going to be a country singer or a star, and they needed a body to cover up Kylie, so they killed someone. I'm like, oh, this is madness. That's how these conspiracy people thrive and the Illuminati thrive. Somebody was in that vehicle, folks. We really don't care who it was. We know now. Well, we do care who it was, but I don't care what the predicament of how she got there. It's somebody. Somebody was in that vehicle. Everything's a GoFundMe. But that's been going on for many years, Muffin Top. I've been on YouTube for I don't know how long. A long time. Probably 10 years, if not longer. That's always been GoFundMe's and all that crap. And, you know, it is wrong. I do agree with you, Muffin Top. Yeah, that's what gets me upset, Muffin Top. Muffin Top said, I'm pretty sure law enforcement knew AWP was there. Well, then why wasn't the law enforcement there? And why didn't the law enforcement, if they knew AWP was going to get there, they should have told AWP, hey, you find anything, you don't call no one. You call us first, and we'll be out there and we'll take it from there. Document anything you can. They should have been protocol. And when you break protocol, that's what brings in the conspiracy theory people. That's what brings in the Illuminati and all these rich people. When you don't follow protocol, that's what happens. And what are we seeing? Exactly that. Now Upchurch is saying that she's not real, and now people are saying they want him banned from YouTube, and it was all a thing to keep eyes on him for views and his music, new music coming out. Well, if you're in the music business, yeah, we've seen that before. It's called publicity. That's what it's called. When you have a good publicity guy, he keeps you out of stuff like this. There's a time to drop your music, your new album, and there's a time not to drop your new album. And using the crime community to drop your own album is not what you want. But Ryan Upchurch runs his own PI, so his own publicity. He's his own manager, pretty much. So no one tells him what to do. He makes his own decisions. He's not a signed artist. If he was signed to a record company, they would have told him, don't get involved in anything. My opinion, I could be wrong about that. But my opinion is there's a place and time for things. Making a mockery out of the crime community and using a young lady, and they're saying now he did the same thing in the Summer Wells case. That's not a place for you to be dropping new albums and songs and trying to keep people on you so you could drop a song. Am I mad? Well, I'm a little mad, but what can you do? When you got a lot of money and a lot of power and 300 or 3 million viewers or subs or whatever, yeah, this is everything the government was telling us that they were afraid about YouTube. I don't know. What's going to happen to the crime community? I don't know. It's a stain. It's a giant stain. Some of these YouTubers are bringing down some real good YouTube channels. There are some really good YouTube channels out there. The chats are real polite. They joke around. They talk amongst each other. They ask questions, and that's the main thing. And it ain't a bunch of drama and people fighting with each other. And all it takes is a couple YouTube channels that are money hungry and fame hungry to wreck it all for the rest of them. It's like that Jackson 5 song, you know, One bad apple spoils the whole bunch. And that's all it took. And now the crime channel community has got a stain on it. And it has. You can't blame it all on Upchurch because it was going on before Upchurch got involved. But Upchurch did push it over the edge a little bit. But I'm not mad at him. He's a young kid, a lot of money. And this is what people do. Now that we've seen it, I've been there, done that. This is what people do with a lot of money, a lot of power, and a big ego that just won't admit anything that they've done anything wrong or anything. Their ego's too big. This is what happens. This is exactly what happens. He might have started off caring about this case or the Summer Wells case, but a lot of people now are looking at the videos, his the way he's been acting, and now these people are making videos saying, you know what, he used the crime community for publicity and to get his theory spread out, and it's just wrecked everything. Yeah, well, now no one believes the crime community. Damaging? Sure. Deliberately? Maybe. Publicity stunt? Yeah. Happens, folks. Happens all the time. But I'm just a sub. I'm a creator. I'm a viewer. I'm very polite when I go into chats. I joke around. You gotta joke around. If you are 24/7 crime, you become an idiot. You become a monster. You become something, you lock yourself away, and all you do is you're watching videos on crime and death, and it changes you after years and years and years of watching it and researching and watching videos and looking at crime scene photos and death, and yeah yeah, it's almost like we're being led by the killers, almost like a zodiac. They can't do without me. I gotta make these crazy videos because they love me, my fan base. Well, we might be dealing with the biggest, I'm starting to look at it going, Upchurch might be the next Charlie Manson family, but not with like 20 people, Manson only had like 20 people. Upchurch has got 3 million. This could be, I'm sitting back, I'm talking with other people going, this is, if he says the sky is black, his fan base, yes, Messiah. If he says go out in the streets and fart in a can, yes, Messiah. He's got a strong fan base, 3 million. 3 million people. You don't want following a Charlie Manson. Thank God Manson only had 15 or 20 people that he brainwashed. I hope to God Upchurch ain't the next Manson. 300 or 3 million people. And they have been attacking everybody. They've been on my videos. They've commented on my videos. They've even come into my chat. The Ryan Upchurch Wu-Tang clan or whatever it is. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But is it a problem? Yeah. Is it a threat to Homeland Security and CIA and FBI? Like they've been saying, we are worried that these YouTube channels are using their viewers and subs as weapons. Yikes. When I heard that, I was like, ew, you know, what do you mean? No, they're using, and then they proved it. There has been YouTubers that have been arrested and their viewers for doing things for them. I was like, ooh, yikes. We're in deep crap. We got a bunch of, I don't know, we're dealing with all kinds of stuff. Manson families, Jonestowns, witches, sorceries, demons, magic, voodoo. I'm like, this is unbelievable. It's no wonder this country is in the shape it is. What if this stuff is all real? We all been bitten by vampires. We're all being stalked by werewolves, demons attacking us. This is unbelievable. The movie will be incredible. Really, real live movie shit. There's people. It's only a movie, is it? Is it really? The Bible spoke of it. Our whole lives we've been trained to believe the Bible. The Bible speaks of witches, demons, sorcerers, vampires, spirits. So, are you kidding me? It's no wonder. Here we are in 2022, and we're going back to the 1700s AD times when vampires and werewolves and witches and demons, spells and alchemy, which was chemicals that hypnotized the people mass amounts. And now we're fighting Frankenstein and the werewolf and waiting for Godzilla to come out of the East Coast. Ooh, out of the water. Folks, I could just see CNN. We've seen it all now. Now we're in deep crap. Oh, Godzilla himself is on the East Coast. I'd believe it. I mean, we've seen all kinds of stuff already. Bigfoot and the demons, witches. I'd believe it. Yeah, crap. We're in deep crap now. Godzilla's here. And, the last movie he made, he looked like he's pissed off and on roids. So we're all in deep crap. Yeah, this is the world we live in. This is why, if you don't believe in God, it's stuff like the stuff we're living in that will make you pray to God. Even if you don't think he's real, you always want to throw in a good one. Lord, please, if you are out there, I think we finally done tipped over the edge. It's going to be probably the biggest movie ever created, and the biggest. We got Godzilla, witches, demons, YouTubers, you name it. Drink the Kool-Aid. Jonestown or whatever. What'd he get away with? I think it was, what was the count on that? 2,500 people or 1,500 people that just drink the Kool-Aid. They're coming to get us. They're going to kill us all. Drink the Kool-Aid. Oh, holy God. This is what we're dealing with. And the pros now are coming to us and going, hey, we got a problem. We know you're a fan of Upchurch. We know you're a music dude. We know you, but we might be dealing with a bunch of idiots. Oh, gee. Now you tell us. Waco, yeah, another one. And then all the Mormons out there out west, this church Mormon stuff or wherever, they got 150 wives, 600 kids, and they don't work, but they're the richest people in the world. Go figure. Come on, folks. 150 wives, 600 kids, and ain't never had a job. Yeah, you folks see anything wrong with that? No, that's normal. You have a problem, Johnny. Okay, I guess I got a problem. Give me my medication. Muffin top, am I over the edge? Have I gone too far? Huh? What are we doing? I'll tell you what we're doing. We're watching YouTube. You know what? I got something from the TV companies. You know what they said to me? They said, Johnny, this dang YouTube crap, social media, our ratings are down. People ain't watching TV no more. Well, you know me. You know what? You know what I gotta say. Well, we'll bring them back to the TV. You know, we're gonna have to come up with some good stuff. We're gonna have to revamp Saturday Night Live. I got some new guys that I'm looking at on YouTube. We got to do some stuff to bring them out of this madness. YouTube is good for one thing: outdoor videos, cooking videos, praying to God, cars, motorcycles, planes, stuff like that. But when it comes to the crime community, uh, have I seen a dramatic change in the past 8, 10 years or whatever? Yeah. But then again, I didn't know anything about the crime community until the Delphi case. And the only reason I got interested in that is because I live here. And I got kids that walk around, and I got nephews and nieces that are in the same state that these idiots down south there thought they were having fun with this stuff out there. You know, before that, all I did was make music videos and Pro Tool videos. Yeah. But since I've been watching the crime community, has it descended dramatically? Yes. Why? I'm guessing money, power, and mental illness. We're hoping it's mental illness. We're hoping and praying that is mental illness. Mass psychosis, maybe. Mass release of LSD or DMT within our system, maybe. What's going on? Who knows? Muffin Top, can you help me out with some of this stuff? What do you think, Muffin Top? What do you think? I came into the crime community, the Delphi case. That's when I came into the crime community. Before then, all I did was play music and make Pro Tools videos and record music and play songs. That's all I did. A little bit of comedy stuff. Then I got involved in this crime community thing. Well, I was doing movie stuff. I was working on a lot of stuff, trying to write songs for a movie I had in my head, but that's a whole nother video. But I didn't come into the crime community until the Delphi case. And I wove in the Delphi case with the Evansdale case because that's right out here by me. 2 girls missing. Same scenario as the Delphi case. And then I went from that case to another case, and then another case, and then another case, and then another case. The whole Gabby Petito thing, the Summer Wells thing, the Mikey Vaughn thing, the Little Harmony thing. You start watching all these little kids disappear in front of our faces. And 9 out of 10 times in all these cases, what is the outcome? Either the family did something bad, or something bad happened and they panicked and covered it up. It was an accident, or you know, their own boyfriends are killing them and girlfriends, and this is madness. I think I might go back to just playing music and Pro Tools videos. I was a lot happier. I noticed it in my video. I watched one of my videos today that someone commented on, and I'm like, I remember that day. I didn't even know about the crime world. I didn't even care. I looked happy. I looked like I was having fun. And that's all I cared about. I don't know. Nothing top. What'd she say? We want justice for the victims. It's over 5 years without justice for Libby and Abby. I know. I think they're onto it. But I think they're either there's a cover up or they want to get them all. It was bigger than what we thought. I don't think one person did all that. And there was actually people there on the tracks that day, you know, all that without being seen in broad daylight. And supposedly they were saying that they made a whole video snuff film on it. It was just madness from the day one. You know, I wonder if that case is real, right? Don't show up church that case. Well, we haven't even seen crime scene photos from Delphi. We got a bunch of photos out there photodopped. This is the crime scene. See? It looks like a tree. That's the person. Really, people were making all kinds of videos that were fake videos. Please don't ask Johnny about his internal organs. What are you talking about? I'm feeling fine. I wasn't planning on it, Raphael. I'm fine. If I can keep these trespassers out of me and people putting curses on me and stuff, I'll be doing all right. Attacking me and everything. Yeah. If it's true what some of the professionals are saying, yeah, you guys stole my anointing, and right now I'm not me, someone else is me, and I got their sickness and curse. Well, I don't want it. And believe you or me, I'm just going to leave YouTube and I'm going to tell my witch doctor and voodoo man and God Almighty and Christ, this ain't my sickness. Send it back to the sender. Send it back to the one that created the curse and whose sickness it really is, in Jesus' name. And then you'll never see me again on YouTube. Boom, gone. Where'd he go? Don't know. He ain't around here. I think it's true what the government is saying, that some of these channels are corrupt channels, possibly organizations, gangs, secret societies, and it's a racket. It's like the mafia said, everything's a racket, Johnny. Everything, even the government. All right. I believe you now. Can we stop the madness? Okay. Everything is a racket. When you really get down to it and think about it, you're either with them or against them. I don't know. You know, anyone's opinion out there, feel free to throw it in the chat, man. You're not going to get yelled at here for saying I'm an idiot or busting my chops or anything. Voice your opinion. But I'll tell you one thing. If all this commotion came out, all this Upchurch knew 5 days before whatever that the authorities or people knew, and all this stuff and everything that is coming out proves to me that how did these people know this information, hit it right on the head? There's only certain people that would know that information. I mean, there's so many theories that you can throw out there before you get it right. Have I've seen that before. Yeah, you go through all scenarios. And one of them scenarios somewhere down the road has got to be right, you know, somewhere down the road. But the only way to know for sure, like some people have claimed on YouTube that they know exactly what happened to Kiely. Well, only the people that created the madness or the murder or the accident or whatever would know exactly what happened. Only the people that were there would actually know exactly right down to the T what happened. That's why you never say you know exactly what happened. And even if you did know exactly what happened, don't ever say it. Call the police first. There's procedures. You can get sued, possibly killed, if the real killer's watching you and stalks you down because he thinks you know exactly what happened. So that's a no-no. I don't know. It's a catch-22. Oh, hey, guys. I want to give a shout out. I hope she's doing okay. Six Up Media. I hope she's doing okay. She had a gallbladder attack uh, last week, real bad, and she's got to get her gallbladder taken out. I guess it's pretty bad. She's having bad attacks. She feels good some days, but then a gallbladder is like that. So I want to give a shout out to her. I hope she is doing okay. Six Up Media, I think her name is. I hope she's doing all right. There you go, Christopher Valdez. There was your gallbladder thing. Yes, Muffin Top. She said on her video that she had a real bad attack and very painful. I believe her. So there you go. Christopher Raphael, there's your gallbladder attack story. Boy, you guys are looking like real idiots pretty soon. You guys are looking like pretty big idiots. Two trolls. Who are they? What YouTube channel are they from? Is it a guitar channel? Is it a crime channel? Is it someone behind bars? Is it someone that faked their death on YouTube and are still alive? We don't know. One day my technology will be good enough. Hey, maybe I should hire Upchurch to find out who these guys are. Track my computer and track these people down that are hacking my account. He's that good. He's already come out and said, I got all the fun. I got everything. We'll find these guys. We'll beat their brains in like baby seals. I'm like, I'll put that on hold. We're going to put that on hold for now, Upchurch. Put it on hold, back burner. We just want to know who's doing it. Uncle Ted, if you're watching, keep tracking. It's probably Uncle Ted. He's got that sick, twisted mind. I don't know. Who is it? Who are my trolls? Where did they come from? What channel? What branch of government? What country is it? What alt? Who is the real channel? The real trolls. Muffin Top, you got any suggestions and any theories of who it can be? Kim Maple Syrup, are you still out there? You got any assumptions who it may be? Wait until he recovers from his mental breakdown. Yeah. It could be Blood Money Benny Keys. He come to collect the blood money. It could be any of these YouTube channels. You don't want to. You don't want to go ahead and say who it is, Muffin Top. I already know. I had a mental breakdown. I've already been to the doctor. They said, "Here, take this medication." I done did the medication. It ain't me. I'm acting. I'm doing myself. I'm playing myself in this role in this channel. Sure, I got the big wigs calling me, wanting to come in. Old Depp and old Brad Pitt and everybody. You know, Johnny, let's talk. I can play my own role for now. See, I can have an imagination too, folks, but I know when to stop. And a lot of these folks on YouTube, they don't know the word stop. They don't know the word real from fantasy. So who are my trolls? I don't know. Probably my own mod squad. I don't know why. I just attract idiots. Why? I have no idea. I don't know. I guess it takes patience to watch my channel. A lot of patience. Anything else, folks? My two great fans, Raphael and Christopher Valdez. Anything else you want to break my cojones on? Uh, no, I would be ecstatic if it was like some of my comedy. If it was Chappelle, that would be hilarious. if if it was Jim Brewer, that would be hilarious. Oh, go boy himself. Even Rogan, Joe Rogan, and Uncle Joey, from the Rogan show. That would be it would be great. But who is Christopher Valdez? Who is Raphael? I forgot. Wait, Muffin Top said I've forgotten the other person that used to come in was in Johnny's military. Probably Johnny Cashville. It could be Cashville. He's got that sick kind of humor. Hey, I watch Cashville. He's a good roaster. Stop trespassing on me, Cashville. Johnny's military service, rest in peace. Yes, Johnny's military service, rest in peace. It could have been the leader of Delhi Force. He passed away, Christopher Valdez. Johnny's military service passed away. He was a good guy, funny guy, a lot of humor. A lot of people couldn't take it. Jealous, they say. Maybe. We're not sure. But he's no longer with us. Squad leader of Delhi Force. Black Ops, Delhi Force team. Ah, what a great guy. Yeah. God rest his soul. No, I didn't block him. He just became someone else. He's probably already in her muffin top. And that's what is so hard with YouTube. Is the technology is it's hard to track people. I'm trying to explain to people is YouTube has become very espionage, spies, lures. Um, YouTube has become a feeding frenzy for very bad people, traffickers, druggies, you name it. Uh, if I was called into the Pentagon or in front of Congress or Senate and to give them my review on it, I would say it's a very dangerous situation. Uh, Hard to track, takes time, manpower, um, and you know it's a cesspool of evil waiting to strike down on us. No, I don't think I unblocked everybody. I freed everybody. The Smiths, the Hubbard, whoever I caught in my chat, uh, Stinky Feet Johnson, all them dudes that came in here that I put in timeout or in whatever, blocked or whatever, I released them all. Yeah, I don't think I have anyone blocked in my thing. I got rid of I got rid of most of my mods. I'm not a big channel. If someone comes in here, I'll put them in timeout or whatever. And my mods have channels. They're creators, so they can't be here all the time. In order to be a mod, you got to be there every time someone goes live. Well, I go live if the wind blows. You know, Sometimes I stay off for a week or two. Sometimes I make 5 videos a day. Sometimes one video a day at one time. Plus, then I'm a mod on a channel. I got to be at that channel when they go live. And it's very hectic. Very, very hectic. And then you're supporting other channels. And then all you do is spend your time watching other people's channels that you sub to. And then you're watching 24/7. And then you got no time to do nothing around the house. And then you got to go to do something or work to make money. And you don't want to because you got to watch more videos to support your fans and YouTubers. And then you wanted to, and laundry's piling up, dishes. And my God, I can't. Yeah, that's how it happens. And God forbid if you got kids, because then you're doing your whole day watching kids while you're on YouTube. Oh, it's madness. Green strawberries, cucumbers, frozen bananas, avocado, mangoes, a little almond milk, water, carrot juice, cinnamon, turmeric water. Yeah, sounds good. I'm drinking lemon water right now. Chasing it down with a Pepsi. Just joking. No, I'm not joking. I do have a Pepsi right next to me, but I've been drinking lemon water. That sounds delicious, Raphael. Yeah, sure does. Oh, matter of fact, I put a little bit of cucumber in my water with my lemon juice today, and that was pretty good. That's if you had a lemon, you'd have added it. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking right now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna top it off. Oh, sole mio, loca oh, Boy, lemon juice gets to me. All right, this is a 3-hour video. No one's going to watch this, so. Ooh, that lemon juice really, but it tastes good with the cucumber. I just put a little cucumber in it. What I did was put a cucumber in my magic bullet thing, made it like it was almost water, and mixed it in with the lemon juice and water, and pretty good. And then I had some pieces, regular pieces of cucumber today. And they say that's supposed to be good to redehydrate because it's cucumber is mainly filled with water. And then you digest it, and the water releases in your intestines and stuff, and that's supposed to be good. Excuse me. It's a mix of spinach, kale, chard from Costco. I do the kale thing too, which maybe I should go back to doing that. I did for a while. Nothing but kale, celery, cranberry juice, and fruits, frozen fruits. All right, but I'm going to get off of here. It's been a 3-hour video, man. I'm done. You know, I am going to wait. Sure, I'll run through theories in my head and speculations and assumptions of what happened in the Kiely Rodni case, but in my head, I know that the case is so far now where the police have the body, the vehicle, uh, and people coming forward and people making themselves look suspicious in this case. And it's at that point where I'm just going to wait. Hey, other people don't have to do what I do. I know there's going to be millions of Kiely Rodni videos made. And I know even if it comes out to be just a simple accident in the back of people's heads, some of these YouTubers just can't admit the truth. And it's almost like they want foul play. Then they make that money, and then they're never having. It's not just a drowning. I don't think YouTube will be satisfied with the simple fact as this young lady might have made a mistake, been a little bit too drunk, accidentally drove into the lake and tried to get out, tried to save her own life, but couldn't get out. You know, I don't know if that's happened, if that's what happened, but I don't think YouTube and the crime community would just be happy with that. I think they would be like, this ain't going to bring in money. There's got to be a conspiracy somewhere. There was a fly on the wall yesterday in the sheriff's office. What a conspiracy. And then boom. I don't think they'll be happy with just, hey, this young lady, God rest her talented soul, drove into the lake, you know. And I know it'll be a feeding frenzy if it is foul play. And there's going to be a lot of people upset if something happened and that young lady was abused in the wrong way and there was a cover up, you know, the public is going to be very upset. I know it'd be heartbreaking to me. I can only imagine what the family would be going through. And God rest their soul for having my condolences to her mother, because her mother, the video she put out supposedly, she's not happy about all that stuff. I think I seen one saying that she had no idea they were looking for her daughter, and she found out it. I mean, we don't know if that's true or not, but we don't know. Yes, all we could do is say a prayer for Kiely Rodni, and I can tell you folks this much: she's in a better place than where she was found. And amen to that, God. And Lord, guide her towards your hands and the light and the kingdom of heaven. in Jesus' name. That's all we could do. Can't do no more. They got the body, they got the car, the and all the evidence will tell what happened if she was abused, if she was dead before she went in the water. No, she's in God's hands now. I can tell you this much. She's definitely in a better place than where she was found. Yeah. Can we agree on that, folks? And thank God for finding her. All glory goes to God because nothing good happens without God. And it was good that they found her because then, if it is foul play and she was never found, whoever was involved would have got away with it. But now they know, they got the evidence. They'll be able to tell. They will be able to tell if she was in a struggle before she even went into the water, unconscious before she even went in. These guys are good. That's what they do. That's why they make that big money. That's why they save lives and solve cases. Can we agree on that, or does everything have to be a disagreement? And does everything have to be busting my cojones? Christopher Valdez and Raphael. Can we agree on that? That she is in a better place than where that little lady was found. Amen to that. And condolences to the family. And that's all we could do. I think I'm going to move on myself until the autopsy comes out. I think I'm done with the Riley case until the investigation is over with. I know a lot of people are going to come out with videos. I know I'm going to want to react to them videos. I'm going to want to make videos on these other crime. I did a couple on the Michael Vaughn, my theories on the Summer Wells and the Delphi and all that, and the Evansdale. But I think, Uh, you know what? I have a disability, but you know what? I think the Lord is telling me enough with this crime case stuff for a while, and wait until the autopsy and stuff comes back. And I think I'm done with the Riley case until we find out the truth. I'm done with the speculations and theories and no, that person's wrong and this is, and then you're looking at stuff you wouldn't normally be watching. You're looking at old Manson tapes and stuff and Zodiac videos and do we have people playing with the authority? Do we have people playing with YouTube committing these crimes and playing actually with YouTube crime community or the authorities like Zodiac, like the Unabomber? I think I'm done with Kylie for a while. God rest her soul. She's in a better place. She's in good hands now. And now the professionals will let us know what happened. And hopefully they're honest to the public. And hopefully they're honest because the whole world is watching and God is watching. So I hope they're honest. And you know what? I will accept what they say. If they come out and say it was foul play, okay, it was foul play. If they come out and say it was an accident, then I will say, okay, it was an accident, and I'm done with it, I think. Such a talented young lady that had a whole life in front of her. And it is sad no matter what the outcome is. Bottom line is it's sad either way. Now, you folks have a good night. Be safe. I'm going to watch some other videos, I think, other than, or at least I'm just going to be in calm crime chats where it's a good community. I think I'm going to start straying away from the crime community that's just in turmoil right now. I don't know. But I do want to thank everyone for stopping in and anyone that could see this. Muffin Top, Raphael, and everyone. Thra and uh, who else stopped in? There was a couple people that stopped in. Patrick Patterson and Erica. Uh, oh, and Kim Maple Syrup, the lovely Kim Maple Syrup. And yeah, Raphael. I got some of the best trolls uh, in my channel. Raphael, Christopher Valdez. These guys have taken down channels and chats. They've made people cry, actually. They're in here. I'm still going. You ain't going to break me, Raphael. Christopher Valdez. You ain't going to break me. You're welcome here. Go ahead, break my cojones all you want. Call me an idiot. Do whatever you want. But I'm still going to keep going. These guys are good. Guys are good. They're they're cojones breakers. I've seen them take down many channels, but not this one. We're standing strong here. Now I am actually sounding like a YouTube crime channel. You ain't gonna take us down. You hear me up, church? I got the best trolls in the world here, driving me nuts. 2 days with these trolls, and you'd be on the ground begging for mercy. Why don't you guys go over to Upchurch's channel, Raphael? Christopher Valdez. All right, I'm done. You guys have a good night. Be safe. Keep an eye on the weather. Keep an eye on your families. Try and stay out of trouble. Don't believe everything you hear on YouTube. And I'm going to keep working on my movie. Maybe I will do a love story. All this death, madness, and taking over the world is costing me money. A lot of phone calls with authorities. And all kinds of crap. Did you just take over South Chicago? No, I'm sitting right here at home. It's just a YouTube channel. Oh, Spencer Ashworth. I'm just getting off here, dude. Thanks for stopping in, dude. Sorry you're just coming in. Where I'm getting off here. It's been 3 hours. And there's some it's almost 11 o'clock. I think there's some YouTube channels. Some singing and dancing YouTube channels I'm gonna watch and support, their channels. And I think I'm gonna stay in the calm crime community for a little while. Get out of all the madness uh, for a little bit. And that's about it. Spencer, thanks for stopping in. Too bad. You'll have to go back and rewatch. No, that is sounding like I'm done. I am done. I am turning into a crime channel. You'll have to go back. I'm sounding like no the people that what only want views and subs. You know, here I am telling Spencer, if you want to know what we're talking about, you'll have to rewatch the video. I'm starting to. I need a break. I'm going back to just playing music for a while. Oh, that lemon juice and water and cucumber. is pretty freshening. Ooh, it'll pucker you up, though. All right, guys, anything else? Mom, it's my mother. Are you my mother? This explains everything. This explains everything. No, it ain't my mother. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. And once again, I think I'm done with the Kiely case. I don't want to be. I'll watch. It's saddening. We all feel connected to her spirit, her talent, and she was a really good looking, beautiful young lady. She had a, a very, who knows what she could have been? Who knows what she could have been? And now it's our job as YouTubers, and it's the government's job to make what these people, if it is foul play, if it is foul play, whoever was involved, they need to answer for themselves of why she don't have the rest of her life to be something. But if it was something as simple as she just drank too much and accidentally drove into them, then I'm going to be happy with either outcome. Whoever, not happy, but I'll deal with it. And it's time for me to move on. They have the body, they have her, they have the car, they have the phones, they have the scenario, they have everything the YouTubers have, the government knows. It's time to let them do their job. Now, you folks have a good day. Be safe. And be safe. And I'm glad you made $50, Spencer Ashworth. That's good. Whenever you can make a couple extra dollars at this day of time, or the world we're living in, hey, $50 is $50. It don't buy much these days, but hey, anything is better than nothing. You guys have a good day. Be safe. And remember, on this crime channel, we know nothing is real. And in the same breath, anything is possible in a case. And on this channel, we make assumptions or speculations and theories or whatever, but we know not the truth because we don't have the evidence. And I think I need a break from all this, seeing these kids and wives and parents and daughters, and something ain't right about watching this stuff all the time, and I'm done for a while. God rest your soul, Kiely. I'm glad that they found you. And now you could be something with Jesus in heaven. Good night, folks.